Y'all, I am blown away that I beat stage 2 breast cancer in the matter of 9 months. I'm sitting here in gratitude. My eyes are watering as I'm on my way to work because I'm thinking about the fact that I almost was not diagnosed with cancer. My diagnosis was almost missed. Some folks have been asking me about how I was diagnosed, and I am telling the story now. So 2022 was an awful year for me. I bled for most of the year because of uterine fibroids and the symptoms of having them. I had 2 fibroid surgeries, and in the middle of preparing for the second surgery, I found a lump in my breast. I was in the shower, showering at night, already stressed about the fact that I had no control over what my body was doing. And I'm washing under my arm and boom, I feel a lump on the right side of my breast. I was thinking, God, this can't be real. I must be being a hypochondriac, but I had my husband feel it and he confirmed that, yes, that feels like a lump that was not there before. The next day I called my OBGYN, the same OBGYN I was seeing for the fibroid issues, to get my breast examined. The front desk lady was so kind to me and made sure I got in there right away. Yeah, I'm getting choked up. I'm getting choked up because my OBGYN, sweet lady, but she felt my breast and she said, this doesn't really feel like breast cancer. If you want, I can give you a referral for a mammogram. I listened to my inner voice that said, get that referral. I easily could have thought, no, I don't need any more troubles. I got enough health stuff going on. What I need a mammogram for, I'm in my 30s. But I took that sheet of paper. I sat on it for a few days until my mom asked me enough times that I call and make that appointment. And I finally did get there. Very nice lady. Radiologist. I must mention too, the OBGYN was a Black woman. The radiologist who did my mammogram was also a Black woman. She tells me the same thing, that she does not think it's cancer, that I might have fibroids in my breast. As I'm getting the mammogram done, she comes back and she has to take more images. Even then, I did not have a clue in my head that I was going to be diagnosed with cancer because 2 Black women doctors told me that it's probably not cancer. So she scheduled me for a biopsy. I go for the biopsy, which is when they stick a needle in to pull out some of the tissue to test it for cancer cells. I do the biopsy. And I kind of forgot about it. Like I wasn't waiting on pins and needles or anything like that, but I get a call from my OBGYN doctor the following week. And she says, I'm so sorry to be telling you this news over the phone, but your biopsy results came back and it shows that you have invasive ductal carcinoma. What the next steps are for you to get imaging and do XYZ and call the radiologist. I'm sitting there, I'm writing down everything she's saying in my journal because she called me in the middle of my workday. And then something says, Farah, Google it. I Google invasive ductal carcinoma. And the first thing that comes up is American Cancer Society. And I asked my doctor, wait, are you telling me I have cancer? And then she repeats the same spiel again and apologizes. I just couldn't believe it. At the time, all that I could think of was my son, not wanting him to grow up motherless. I thought I was going to die, y'all. I was thinking of my sister who was pregnant with my nephew. I was thinking of my husband who I love so much. My life passed in front of my eyes, but there are 3 things that helped guide me through that cancer process, that helped me heal within those 8 months. First thing is listening to my inner voice. God speaks to all of us, and that speaking to us comes from that tiny voice inside, that conscience, that feeling in the pit of your stomach when something's wrong, or that feeling of, I need to take this opportunity. And there were so many instances of God speaking to me, and I'm so glad I listened. I listened when it was time to switch oncologists, when I was being disrespected by my first practice by Karen. That's another story for another day. I listened when it came to the decision to get a double mastectomy and give up both of my breasts, even though I only had cancer in one breast. That inner voice guided me so much, and I would not be here if not for it. Second lesson is rest in community. Prior to being diagnosed with cancer, I really questioned my place in community. Part of it was because I am a leader in my field. A lot of the people who I associate with, I'm in a position to hire them for freelance projects. So I always felt a sense of detachment from community that, do I really have friends in this space or not. But when I say opening up and telling people about cancer and what I needed, had so many people show up for me. And for those who feel like you don't have community, there's community everywhere, y'all, including online. The third thing that I learned is that we have the power to shape our realities through our mentality. There were so many wellness practices that I started doing because of having breast cancer. Some of the most important wellness practices that I started were breath work, because breathing forces me to be present, and Kundalini yoga and mantras stating what I am and how the day is going to be helped me calm my power back to myself. And every time somebody asked me how I was doing, I said, I am well. To this day, I say it because I was well. Yes, I had a cancer diagnosis, but a diagnosis does not change destiny. A diagnosis does not change my state of being, and a diagnosis does not change the power of God. I'm so grateful to still be here. My hope is that my stories that I tell spread awareness and inspire others to be more in tune with themselves, to claim their power, to think more about their wellness, and just ultimately to spread love. To spread love. Much love to anybody who's still watching this. I hope you have the most blessed day. Take care. Bye.